Hey there, guys. It's Rick Utzer here,
Travis Whitney.
and we are, this is episode 3, or video 3 for our studio segments here.
Yep, for today, yep.
And so we are looking at some options that we'd like to do for Airgun Expo. And we did range day yesterday, which was way cool fun. Today we're doing studio work, and we're testing all kinds of gear. We got something kind of cool here rigged up. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it looks like it's working pretty slick. So
Yeah,
we'll tell you about that in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
We can keep
the hush, hush.
We'll play with that in a minute. So obviously we've got a bunch of scope stuff here on the table.
All Hawk.
It's all Hawk product, and so that's what we're going to talk about now. You didn't know Hawk did all kinds of stuff, did you?
I did not. You know, I primarily thought they were just an air rifle scope company.
Really?
That's what I thought.
Really?
I'd never looked into, well, I've never really personally needed to have a reason to look at all these other things.
Yep.
But now that I know, it's pretty impressive.
Well, you know, it's interesting that Hawk's bread and butter is actually not even air guns. That's like a piece of it.
That's what I found.
It's like they have all these really, really good high-end, well, I should say high-end, high quality, but very good value rifle scopes.
Seem to be rather well priced.
Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, they are kind of a step up in price from some other scopes, but they fall short of some of like the big expensive glass stuff. So
yeah.
They top out at a little over $1,000 if you're going to spend a lot of money.
If you're going to spend the big bucks, which could be a third of what some other
exactly.
big
So
scope
you start looking at some of these other high-end rifle scopes, and you're going to spend a lot of money.
And of course, they have stuff way lower on the scale too. That's really affordable and good.
We got a little bit of everything here. Now, I mean, it would be really good to have Hawk out here. John was here not too long ago. We actually did a video with John, and we talked about all their cool new stuff. And I'm sure we can get him back out at some
John,
point.
come out for the Airgun Expo.
There we go. Absolutely.
We demand it.
Yeah. So just a little bit what I wanted to talk about here is everything from the low end to their new high-end sort of flagship airgun scope. On the low end, you've got basically the Air Max, which I would say it's like the low end. It's the Air Max is really the Air Max because of the reticle, okay? It's got like this cool tree. It was one of the first ones that I really played with that wasn't just a straight mill dot, okay? So you've got a front AO, which, gosh, if you are new to air guns and you're, I remember when I first said, what's this do? Do you remember those days?
Oh, I remember them like yesterday.
What does that do? Well, it's not really focus. It's parallax, but it acts like focus.
Right.
Best way I know to describe it. And of course, you've got your magnification. But the Air Max, what made this special was the reticle in it. So when you look down, you have this mill dot, but then you have like an inverted tree and it's just a really etched mill dot reticle. It's really, really nice. Now, the etched glass is nice for an air gunner. Let me see that back again. So you hear the stories, maybe you not so much because you're the PCP guy. But the Magnum brake barrels brake scopes.
Yeah.
They trash them. And that was noise from over there. They trash them. The nice thing about it, like an etched glass reticle versus a wire reticle, they hold up with that recoil.
Right.
And so the Hawk scopes are designed to take that recoil. Lifetime warranty. Always go with the etched glass though.
Yeah.
But this is a good solid couple $100 price point. And then they go up. But this is they're called their Air Max Touch, I think. Now, this doesn't work for me because of the glasses. But I see a lot of people really like this eye cup.
Right.
To like block everything else out. And then this one you have and you sort of jam it up in there, I guess. You have no eye relief issues because you're actually supposed to get right up on it.
Yeah, and obviously this isn't made for a powder burner.
No.
Otherwise, you're going to get scopy black eye.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the fit and finish again, like all Hawk products, really good. All the knobs, all the adjusters, everything's smooth.
It's really nice.
Very smooth. The clicks under the cap, the side focus, and parallax.
It's just good stuff.
All real smooth.
They also have your red dots. I just grabbed this one. I threw this on my Crossman 2240 XL. This is a really cool little pistol, by the way.
Yeah.
But they got various red dots and reflex sights. And the other thing I'm super excited about with Hawk, and you guys, if you count the range day, or the live range day, we used this spotting scope, actually with that eyepiece though, because we had to get less magnification to use it. We mounted a DSLR right to it, and could film right through this. This
Yeah.
became our lens.
50 yards looked like 1 foot
It
away.
was really, really
beautiful,
cool.
really.
So the ability to have this really cool optics and have attachments you can do really neat stuff.
And the
with it.
clarity we were getting,
It was nice.
which everyone can see from the videos,
It was
it's
nice.
really good. It
It was
looks,
very nice.
looks amazing.
They have,
Binox.
yeah, these guys here, these are not like, well, okay, so like with air guns, I'll say that's not that expensive, and I'm looking at an $800 air gun. Somebody that's never had an air gun is going, my gosh, that's like a fortune.
Yeah, that's an
So-
expensive BB gun.
So I say these are expensive. The reality is, when you're looking at really high quality binoculars, these are very affordable.
Yeah, Schmidt
But-
Minders. or
yes,
something.
exactly. So these are really, right. So these are super clear, and this is what I struggle with. I wear glasses. I cannot see without my glasses. So most of the time, if I'm going to use binoculars, I got to take them off, right? And then I'm like this, and I'm trying to see way out there, and I'm trying to focus it. Gosh, you know how many towers we have on that hill? A whole bunch. Can't see them from here, but with these you can.
I believe you.
But what you can do with here, check these out. So these actually ratchet down, and now I can just put them up to my glasses, and it gives me the right eye relief for my glasses.
Look at that.
So I'd never seen that before.
wouldn't
Maybe
know.
other scopes do that. I've just never seen it.
Yeah.
Or other binoculars.
Once again, another product I didn't know Hawk made.
These are just really good. These won
Yeah,
some
I was
sort
using
of,
those yesterday, and I was really liking them.
these won some award in Europe for like the best nature stuff. Yes.
Would you hold those towards the up
This
top
one up here?
camera so we can see the?
Oh, the ratcheting thing?
Yes.
Check it out. Okay, so can you see it there?
Yep.
Okay, so these extend out. So without glasses and with glasses.
Yeah, and I have really bad near vision.
Yep.
So yesterday while I was wearing my glasses, it was easy just to grab them,
Yeah.
pop them up, could see
Yeah.
perfectly.
This is a less expensive version, less expensive model, and this has the same one. So this is something they just have.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
And both of these, like this has got ED glass in it, so does this. ED is extra low dispersion, so it's really clear and bright glass. Grab that right there. This is a little tiny spotting scope, which is, you feel how light that was?
Yeah.
Feel how light that is?
Yeah, it's amazing.
So,
I'm just super
Quarter
impressed
20.
with their glass. Their
this
glass
has the
is
same thing. It's just really cool. Yeah, here, just set that up.
it's just super. Their glass quality for the price point, and that's what sells it for
Yeah.
me.
One last one I'll show you on the scope front, and then I want to talk about their flagship for the airgun world, okay? This is our Sidewinder. Or I can't say that. That's the Sidewinder. This is our SWA. So this is Southwestern Airguns. Forgive me, guys. This is a 20 gauge shotgun, and what I've topped it with, this is I think it's a 1-4. It's a 1-4 sight. Really kind of great turkey gun sort of a deal.
Yeah.
But this is set up as a slug gun, so it shoots 20 gauge slugs. And it is just instant target acquisition, a really nice circle reticles, illuminated, just super, super nice. I am looking forward to going out and hunting with this.
Yeah, and the other thing about Hawk is they have so many types of reticles. Not
Yeah.
everybody likes the same kind of reticle.
Yeah.
Or have a specific need that they need. Like me, I like a lot of mil dots or mil hashes.
Well, we're gonna get right to
yeah,
that.
half hashes or half dots. So I like as much of that as I can get.
As many practical endpoints as possible. Because
Yeah,
when you're
and-
dealing with
and-
different weather conditions, that does really help.
And clicks too. So if you're a clicker or spinner,
Yeah.
that you want to have a lot of rotation, a lot of clicks, they provide that in their scopes.
So this last year they came out with the new Sidewinder, and this is the Sidewinder for focal plane. If you switch over real quick to camera 2, okay, so what you're going to see now is through the scope, and we got a little screen here where you can cheat. Get your glasses.
Get the glasses.
So that target is about 70. What's that?
How do I do picture?
Hit picture in picture. Well, put it back on camera 1. Now do picture in picture, and then hit the camera you want to go in camera 2. Does that work?
No, I want it the other way around.
Oh, you want the big picture and then us in the picture. Yes. There you go. All right. She's
Okay,
over there
then.
playing with the buttons. Okay, so That target is about 75 yards out. I'm at 4 right now. They do have higher magnification scopes from a hunting perspective, and I don't shoot beyond 120, 150 yards ever.
Hardly
So
ever for me either.
4 to 16 for me is really ideal.
Mm-hmm.
I find with now less so with their better scopes, but when you get like a 24 power scope, sometimes that eye relief or it has to be just perfect, or I struggle. But with the 4 to 16 is very forgiving to
Right.
me. All right, so now as we roll this in, watch what happens.
And there's your FFP there, your first focal plane.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do the calculations
Wow, that's clear.
with your,
Sue, what was that, Sue?
I said, wow, that's clear.
Yeah.
yeah.
When you
it's
zoom
really-
it in, it's really clear.
Yeah, that's good glass is what that is.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, there's your mil hashes and your half hashes, and because it's first focal plane, then you don't have to do a bunch of calculations.
Everything comes with you. So if you're at 4 power, 2 mils is 2 mils. If you're at 16 power, 2 mils is still 2 mils. You don't have to guess. It doesn't change.
It's nice.
Yeah. Now, if you're hunting, that's awesome. Have you found where you prefer a second focal plane for maybe bench resting?
I'm the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I like first focal plane for bench resting, and I usually, when I'm hunting, I use a fixed
Okay.
fixed
Fixed focal,
focal, fixed
magnification.
magnification, like an 8 power.
I got you.
Yeah, because then
That
I
makes
know,
sense.
because when you practice like that, you know exactly where your bullet's going to fall.
Let me ask you guys a
time.
question. Maybe somebody's out there. Maybe you're watching. Maybe you're not. Maybe you can put it in the comments after the fact. When you go out hunting, do you actually change the magnification on your scope, or do you just leave it alone?
I leave it at 1 magnification.
Yeah, you just leave it whatever it is.
Yeah,
Generally, what I do too. I don't really change a lot.
it's typically 6 to 8 power, and that's where it stays.
So before first focal plane, I would go and I would set my scope up at I would sight everything at 10 power, just leave it at 10. Just leave it at 10. And then I would go hunting, and I knew that wherever I was going to be where I needed to be.
Yeah.
With first focal plane, I have found I zoom a lot. I just use it. I just use it. I don't have to think. Oh crap! At my 4 power, it was 2. No, it was a mil at 10, and at 14, it was it's like 6 mil. I don't have to think about any of that stuff.
And bringing in that point too, you can't see it on the screen here, but if you go to Hawk's website, on the Sidewinder, they have this window on the front of your elevation turret.
Yeah.
So you can sit there and click and see where you're at and then bring it right back.
Yeah.
So you're never guessing, oh man, did I click 13?
Yeah, you can actually
Did
go
I
back
have
to
13
zeros.
clicks?
Yeah.
Did I make 3 revolutions? Did I make 2?
Yep,
You can
it's
look
very,
right
very
there
cool.
through the window on your elevation turret and see it.
And this is
awesome.
purpose built for air gunners. I mean, you could use it on firearms, obviously.
And the new one's much smaller and lighter too.
Smaller,
the new Sidewinder.
lighter. It's just a very, very nice package. Comes with the side wheel.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a gun with this type of mag, the side wheel, you can't use it. But it does come with this little nubby thing, which I like that little.
Yeah, the throw lever.
That's just a lot of cool things from Hawk that you get, and the price points.
Yeah,
really
0
good.
resettable
Yeah.
turrets.
Now this one runs close to 800-ish, so it's not a cheap
No,
scope.
no, this is not an entry level scope.
But it is if you're really serious about getting the most out of your air gun shooting. Look at the Hawk at the higher end. The endurance is very good. Frontier is exceptional. Sidewinder is very good too.
What
Yes,
you got,
Sue?
Sue?
We have a question.
Yes.
They have an airgun rifle considered to be one of the most powerful break barrels around. The problem is, inside the scope, I'll aim at a target, but the point of impact differs with each round that I shoot. How can I get it right? Basically, to shoot what I'm actually aiming at.
Okay. You want me to take that question?
you can-
the break bar guy.
Okay.
Let me take that.
Yeah,
one.
okay.
Okay. First things first. Does your gun have open sights? So that's like the very first thing. Let's find out if it's the scope, if it's the gun,
It doesn't sound like a scope issue to me.
or if it's the shooter. Okay. If you have open sights on your gun, take the scope off, put a target at 10 yards, and just shoot it, and see if you can get consistent at 10 yards with open sights.
Right, and that's important, the 10 yards is because I see a lot of people do this too with PCPs. They're out there shooting 50, 60 yards. You really got to see what your gun's doing in close.
Right.
And get the pellet or bullet on paper first, and then work your way out.
Yeah.
You don't want to start 50, 60 yards out and try to figure out what the heck's
Hand
going
me-
on.
Do we have a brake burl here? We have one right there. Hand me that brake burl, would you please, Travis?
You got it.
Let me help you out on this one thing, because this is why it's so critical when you're looking at these issues. All right. So this is the joint. Now, when I crack this, I'm not going to cock it. When I crack this, this has to lock back.
Right.
If this joint moves,
Right. Then your point
this
of
is
impact
this is your
moves.
scope, right? Your scope's locked to the receiver. If this moves, guess what? You're all over the place.
Right.
So that's why if you take the scope off and have open sights and you're dead nuts all the time, guess where your sights are mounted?
Yeah, on the barrel.
On the barrel.
Yeah.
You have the front sight and rear sight are on the barrel. This part stays consistent. If this sight was back here, you'd have the same problem.
You would. And I have an old brake barrel I've had for a long time, and it is flat worn out
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. So if this wears out, you have no accuracy. All right. Let's just say you have great accuracy with open sights, and you have nothing with the scope. If it's locked up and you can wiggle it like this, try see if there's any play in that to you.
Yeah, this is super rigid.
No,
Yeah.
it's like rock solid. So if you go like this back and forth and it goes doo 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 doo, or up and down goes doo 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 doo, then there's probably your problem. Not your scope, not your trigger finger, probably the gun. Now, if this is rigid and locks up good, and you're getting good results with open sights, it could be your scope.
Could very well be. And like, these brake barrels break scopes.
They will
And
trash
you might
them.
not have a scope that's rated for a brake barrel. And you should always find that out before you buy a scope and put it on a brake barrel.
And stay away from wire reticles.
Yeah, it'll knock the
trash 'em.
reticle off,
I have a
of
question.
off the glass.
Sue has a question. Go for it. First of all, let me know if you have open sight. Let me know, and we'll explore a little bit more. Yes, Sue. You had a question?
I did, but I've forgotten the question. Oh, you said find out first before you buy the scope if it'll go with your gun. How do you find that out?
You can ask the retailer
Okay.
if it's brake barrel rated.
It's rated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll know. They'll say
Yeah.
it's rated for it or
And
not.
that has nothing to do with how much the scope costs, by the
Absolutely.
way. You can absolutely destroy a $3,000 scope with a brake barrel
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In short order.
in short order, one shot.
It'll take a 50 BMG, but won't take.
Yeah, it won't take a brake barrel.
Crossman brake barrel. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. It happens. Yeah. So let us know if you have any more questions about your brake barrel. But really, if you're going to sight something in and you're having those struggles, like the guys were bad. We have this thing called an ego. It's
Can't be our fault.
It's unfortunate. But take the ego aside, take the scope off, get up close and see what you're getting.
Yeah.
And then work your way from there. Because if you're getting good results at 10 yards with open sights,
And if you're not getting good results with anything, maybe you got an ammo problem.
it could be a
Maybe
bullet
it's
problem. Yeah, there's just so many
bore
things.
problem, dirty bore.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that could be going. I'd say go to Gateway to Air Guns.
There you go.
Post those same questions in the brake barrel area, and you're probably going to get your answer
Yeah,
right there.
Absolutely. That's not a bad idea. There are a lot of places you can go to get help, and
Yeah.
gatewaytoairguns.org is a great one. So any other questions?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised yesterday when I saw this Hawk equipment. I'm like, wow.
It's pretty cool. I mean, we got to shoot this. You got we used that on, I think, pretty much 2 out of the 3 guns. We used that scope.
Yeah, I loved it. I
Yeah.
thought it was
So
fantastic.
it was very, very nice. Very, very
Yeah.
good scope.
And once again, when you put a scope on an air rifle that's for a powder burner, they typically look way out of place. They're really big, and this is small, compact. I mean, if we take this
there
guy
you go.
off, our sunshade, that's by doing wonders back there.
Yeah, there
huh?
it is. There you go.
You can see how small it is. It's a really compact, light scope with
they-
a lot of features.
They did a great job on this one for sure.
Hawk,
Yes.
Hawk has always impressed me with their
With their scopes.
scopes and their ability to listen to customers and make changes
Cool.
too.
Anything else going on, Sue? There's a bee here. I'm a runner wear, just so you know. Abby gets close, Travis is going to get run over.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I might have misunderstood a question in the chat
Okay.
Uh-oh.
about the weather. If it plays, I think the question may have been, does it play an impact on the gun? Instead, I started talking about the weather. So,
I don't know. Let's see. Can we get a coherent question out of that?
Yeah.
the gun that we were talking about, it does have open sights. They will remove the scope and try it out.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah, they'll do
Good,
that.
good first point to
Yeah,
start.
That's the way to do it. Take the scope off, give it a shot that way, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Best option.
And then if all else fails, like I said, or before that, go to the GTA.
Yeah.
Gateway
Yeah.
Air Guns. There's a mess of people on there that can help you.
And probably somebody owns that gun.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee you. I mean, there's tens of thousands of members there. So.
Gatewaytoairguns.org.
Yes.
.org.
All right. Well, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think,
you know, if you're looking for glass for your gun, anything from they have stuff that's around 100 and some change, all the way up to close to
$1,000. Yeah, and they have all kinds of reticles.
Yep.
Reticle designs, magnifications, price ranges. So
Yeah.
they got the full gamut.
Absolutely. So look them up. That's hawkoptics.com.
Yep.
If you have any questions, they'll be there to help you. Guys, that's going to be it for now. My name is Rick User here.
Travis Whitney.
Thanks for watching.
Have a good day.